Let's listen in right now to Governor Stitt touring damage in Shawnee.
Your message be to Oklahomans right now who, have experienced a traumatic event and maybe loss of their home or their livelihood?
Yeah, Oklahomans, the Oklahoma Standard will be alive and well, and I've already stopped by, people bringing out food and shelter, and there's Oklahomans are here to help their neighbors. There's no doubt about that, and you can see all the group behind me and the mayor and Shane Jett, our senator, and Dale Krebs, our representatives. We can get you in touch and get you the support that you need, and Oklahomans are going to stand up and help our neighbors in Shawnee and Cole, Oklahoma, for sure.
A lot of those students are not from Oklahoma, so their parents are calling in from other states, other communities. So not just Oklahoma eyes are on us, but kind of the United States. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, my team in D.C. called me last night. The president was going to reach out this morning as we're seeing all the news. So the whole country is looking at Oklahoma, and I know their thoughts and prayers are with our state. But we just know of the 3 fatalities in Cole. So all the families in Shawnee and that have students that go here from out of state, everybody's been accounted for. All the students. We've canceled class for the next 2 days. And so we're rebuilding and going to put things back together, but just let all the families know that all the kids are okay.
And Governor, walking through, you saw the damage firsthand. These folks have lived it, and talking with these officials and other people, they said something's different about what happened in this community. We see tornadoes all the time in Oklahoma. Is there anything that you saw that was kind of different about this storm? I know we had a big university definitely impacted.
Yeah, the high school too, the Shawnee High School was hit. The press box was off. The FFA barn was totally destroyed. A lot of damage, the baseball facilities. But man, it could have been a lot worse. So from assessing it, I've seen these now for 5 years around Oklahoma, and I've lived here my whole life. It looks like we're really fortunate that the tornado stayed a little higher and kind of went on top of the trees. And so they're estimating 150-mile-an-hour winds and an F3, but it could have been a lot worse if it would have actually been on the ground. It probably would have taken and destroyed more of the buildings. There were 9 people. I stopped and talked to the folks at the Lowe's, and there were 9 people that rode it out in Lowe's. It was almost totally destroyed. And an Oklahoman that had parked his truck, and I talked to him. He was in his sleeper in his cab, and he was going to unload his load in the morning. He's an Oklahoman from Muskogee, and basically had no idea. His truck just started shaking, and it flipped over, and Highway Patrol had to break the window to get him out. So really, really scary scene there for him and a lot of Oklahomans. But again, it's just when you see this, it's amazing that we didn't have any fatalities here in Shawnee.
I would love to talk about the response effort, because we saw in Cole what happened, here what happened, and Norman, Edmond seeing hail damage. Does that make it difficult for you as the governor to organize all those resources?
Looks like we may have lost signal there with Governor Stitt as he tours that damage there in Shawnee. But interesting to hear that multiple people took shelter in that Lowe's.
In the Lowe's, yeah.
As the storm came in, unbelievable that they survived. We're so thankful.
And we saw that Lowe's. Sky 5
Yes.
was flying over it. The roof, parts of the roof were gone.
Wow.
So we want to go over to Taylor Cox with another final look of the weather.
Yeah, and a big thanks to all those first responders to being out there today. We are dry now here in Oklahoma City. We have no weather worries other than some breezy conditions right now. That front that we saw come through earlier on today has now moved off to the east, so we are in the clear from that rain as well. We'll stay dry for the rest of the day. I do want to take a look as we go into the rest of the day. There's chances for rain out to the south and east. That will bring a chance for storms out there as well. That slight risk in far southeastern Oklahoma, so just keep an eye on that today. Other than that, we're dry with those temperatures in the 50s and 60s right now. On a warm up, we are into the 70s for today. But after today, there go the 70s. Back into the 60s into the weekend, 50s as we start next work week. Thankfully, with this cooler weather, it's hard to get those storms to build up. So we could see some thunderstorms next week, but your severe chances will be low. And that'll bring us some much needed moisture across the state. And you're up to date with your latest 5+5 day forecast.
All right, we just want to say we continue to think about all of those folks that were impacted by last night's storms, the McLean County fatalities. Again, heartbreaking to hear just a 3rd person died in that storm. And, Shawnee, you heard the governor say, he's really thankful that there were no fatalities there, but we see the devastation.
It looks like we're just getting in another signal from the governor again, so let's send it back out to him in Shawnee.
Take cover and stay safe. couldn't make it without you guys. So we really do appreciate that. But Shawnee will, as you can tell, we're going to all pitch together, and we're going to rebuild and fix the things that need to be fixed. But very, very fortunately, everybody is still alive and everybody's safe here. So, and I've had so many people reaching out to me with offers to help, and we really appreciate that. We're not really quite ready for people to do that yet because OG&E is still cleaning up all the down power lines, and we don't want people getting into dangerous situations. But pretty soon there's going to be lots of opportunity for people to come out here and do things to help out. So. We're just very, very fortunate, really, when it comes down to it.
When that time comes for people to put on the boots and go help,
yes,
where would
sir.
be a good avenue for them to look to?
Well, I would contact our emergency management folks. So Rochelle Erickson runs our emergency management department here in Shawnee. So I think probably coordinate through that, or with our Red Cross, Loida Salmon and her people. Coordinate through them. So there'll be plenty of opportunity, I promise you.
Now, Mayor, this is your community, and I'm sure you know people who were affected last night. How's your family doing? How are your friends doing? Your church or whoever
Yeah,
you know?
so, there was considerable damage at my house personally, and in my entire neighborhood. So, yeah, I know lots and lots of people that had significant damage. It may be not their house, but trees and fencing and roofs peeled off. And businesses have been damaged. I know the governor just toured Lowe's and some other places here. We had significant damage, I guess, at the high school. So, but again, those are things that can be fixed. The important thing is that the people are safe, and we're going to get through this. It's definitely no fun, and you feel real bad for the people that were impacted. But we're all alive. We're gonna get through this.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yeah, thank you very
Appreciate
much.
you.
Appreciate you guys being out.
Isn't he amazing? We love him. We love him.
Great.
So
He was great.
I just want to say thank you. I want to echo what the governor said. I want to thank all our media partners and our meteorologists in the state. You guys are tremendous, and I couldn't be more proud of you for helping keep everyone safe, and that's a big part of the reason so many people were safe. And again, thank goodness, no fatalities. That's what we're hearing, though, from FEMA is that about 1,800 structures were in the path of the tornado. They've done the primary searches. Those were done very early this morning, as you can imagine. And then about 7:30 this morning, they started on the secondary searches. So we should know more, hopefully by the end of the day today, on those secondary searches as far as more damage and the extent of that. So we have many people calling, wanting to donate, wanting to offer their time, and that's so gracious. And a big thank you to all these many different county entities that are here, these different cities that have come in. It just speaks so much to Oklahoma and how we help each other, and it's very, very touching, and we greatly appreciate it. So those that want to donate and want to help, we strongly encourage you reaching out to the Red Cross or getting with us. We're just not quite ready for you to show up with your chainsaw and other things. We're not there yet. So just keep in touch with us, but we're just not ready there yet. And we'd really hope that people will kind of stay away for a little while. We still have multiple power lines down, and we do need to keep the roadways safe. And so I would encourage to just give us a little while. Let us let things run their course, and let's let OG&E and our other partners step in and do some of that cleanup. So, but we are so grateful for all these different organizations that have come forward to help. But we should know more probably toward the end of today.
Marcy, do you know how many people are in the shelter right now?
Have not been over there yet. No. Yeah.
And
But I'll tell you, one of our partners, Citizen Potawatomi Nation, we're very, very grateful to them for their reunion hall for our shelter.
Do you know, this might be a question for them, but do you know how long that may be open?
I think it's going to be as long as needed. And yet again, we're early in the stage, so we don't quite know how long that will be. We don't know if that'll last through the weekend. We're not really sure because there again, all that damage is still being assessed.
And I know you guys are still doing some secondary searches. Has there been a number of people that were injured minorly or anything of that nature? Do you have any of those?
At this point, we've heard of a few minor injuries. minor injuries. Yet again, can't say enough for the media team and you all helping get the word out to get people to their shelters and make it very clear, take shelter. That is so valuable. So valuable. It really is. It really is. As the mayor said, these are things that can be replaced.
Have you been a resident in Shawnee for a long time? Have you seen anything like this before?
I have seen tornadoes in other communities, and it's just very emotional when you see it. It's always emotional. The sheer menacing devastation of a tornado is just gut-wrenching to see what it can do, and it's just so scary. And yet again, so grateful for everything that you all do to help keep people safe. Can't thank you enough for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Public information. You want anything from the patrol, or are you good? You want to do it on camera real quick? Is there anything? It's up. Okay. I think we're good. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know specifically. I do know that started reporting. Not just here, across the state. So do you want to move?
All right, you've been listening to community leaders in Shawnee with Governor Kevin Stitt out there surveying the damage for the first time. This is the first look that they've been able to see the damage since last night's storms moved through. And I love what one of those community leaders already said, the Oklahoma standard already on display. You already have people wanting to come out with their chainsaws and asking, how can we help? They want you to wait just for now. They said, we still have some down power lines. It's still a very dangerous situation in some of those areas. So wait for the go ahead for them. But we are going to continue to give you the latest on this situation here in Central Oklahoma.
1,800 structures preliminarily surveyed to be damaged, and that number is only expected to go up. So
That is a lot.
we've got continued coverage all day long for you. You can keep it online, KOCO.com, our Facebook pages. We'll see you back here at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Have a great day, Oklahoma.